You haven't done anything. Your customer has come through, clicked the button, submitted all the information, got sent this quote, got sent this email, decided they wanted to book in, and then they booked in with you. And all you've done is clicked on this to give them a call and got a text message.
I know you know that us tradies spend way too much time quoting. We get random jobs here and there. Everyone wants a quote, blah, blah, blah. We have to go get the price from the wholesalers, do all this. Let's get rid of that and automate the entire process. What if your customers could come in to a website, get all of the information that they needed to make a decision, and then quote themselves? So they go through a form, they quote themselves on the service that you're offering that you've warmed them up for, and then they go through, they get the PDF sent to them, an email sent to them, you get all their contact information, you get to follow up with them automatically, by the way, and everything's good. What if we could do that? I'm gonna show you in this video exactly how we do that. Let's just jump straight in.
Alrighty, automated quoting, let's go. So, here's what we do for automated quoting. Our customers will come in through a website, right? And, come in from an ad, and then they're gonna come to our website. Now, most people would have just like go to their homepage or whatever. They have this little like contact us page, which will come through to this form that says, what do you require? What's your name? What's your number? Here's a link button, whatever. And then this gets sent through to you, and you have to do the quote manually, or you have to call the customer to ask them more because they didn't give you enough information, so on and so forth, right? So here's what we do instead. Instead, what we're going to do is we'll have our ads still, and they run straight through to a landing page. Instead of just a home page or something, we have a landing page, which we're going to break down in another video. A landing page is going to be dedicated to actually educating our customer on the specific service that we offer, and then it's going to obviously persuade them with a whole bunch of copywriting techniques, images, reviews, so on and so forth. And the button on that page is Get a Quote. Now on this, when they click it, they're going to head through to a custom built form that we built out. Now this form is going to have all of the questions that we need for the specific service, right? So if you're doing something like lighting, if you're doing something like TV wall mounting, if you're doing something like air conditioning, anything that you could possibly think of, break it down into one service. Instead of saying we offer everything, what do you need, right? We can instead have one ad that says lighting installs, right? Or pendant lighting or whatever, and we're going to find just the customers that want pendant lighting. Now you might be thinking, oh well, Jake, I offer so many services, this is going to narrow it down. Cool. Make another one that offers TV wall mounting, right? And then send that to a different page with a different form, right? This is going to find exactly those customers. Instead of having customers saying, I'm a general electrician, I do this, and then you get random customers with random quotes, so on and so forth, this is going to eliminate that entire thing. So one service, and then you can break it down, you can educate them on it, and you can save yourself a lot of phone call and a lot of hassle with people asking questions. And then you can send them straight through to a form. This form has each of your variables, which you will break down, and we do go through in the community, the link's down below, where you can understand things like a single story, a double story, right? You have things like, this package with this particular bracket. The customers know what they want, especially if you educate them well. And then you can have prices attached to each of these. So single story, it doesn't add anything to the price. So that's $0 extra. But if it's a double story, I know that it's going to take us this long, so it's an extra $90. If they get this package, it has this type of bracket. So the base price for that is going to be like $197, whereas the prime package over here is $497, right? So now when they start clicking on each of these things that they want, in the background, like these aren't visible, but in the background, it's just adding up all of the numbers that they click on and building a price. You have a little formula down here, and once again, the customer can't see it, but this is adding up the price, right? Now that they've got that, what we're going to do is they're going to submit their thing. Like they've just gone through and answered a bunch of questions. Like we're basically just asking them questions like, hey, what do you want for your install? But we know all the things. They're going to go submit, right? What this is going to do, firstly, is auto-generate a PDF that looks exactly like a quote would, right? This is my best picture of a quote here, right? So it's going to look exactly like a quote would with all of the answers just pre-populated into here, right? So each of these is just pre-populated, so it looks exactly like a quote, and all the prices are already in there, and it gives you the total because we've already got the total here, so that's been placed in here dynamically, right? So they're going to get this quote. And because to enter this form, they need to obviously give you their name and their email address so that they can receive this quote in the email. The automation triggers, let me jump into a different color because this is going to be automated now. The automation triggers once they give you their name and their email address. boom, they end up in your CRM pipeline. If you don't know what that is, we have videos on it. So they're a card in your pipeline. Here's the last person that got a thing, right? And it automatically sends them an email, with this quote attached and a personalized email with their name dynamically printed in there because we received it over here, so we can just add their name in here. So it's like, hey John, blah blah blah, rah, rah, rah. If you want to book in, here is the book button. Right? So now we've automatically given them a quote, haven't done a thing. We've automatically sent them an email, collected all their contact information, we've automatically put them into a CRM pipeline, and now if they click this button here, they're going to end up going to another form, which is a booking form. So it's going to say, hey, what's your quote number? They've already got their quote number here, you've got their quote number here if they call, and to find it, blah, 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 here's my quote number, what's your name, what's your number, what's your address, what date do you prefer, what second date do you prefer, boom. And then once they submit that, it goes into the pipeline. So this card here will just move straight over. So you've still got all of their quote number, everything, blah, blah, blah. Plus, you get an automated text message. So here is a notification bell. You get a text message saying, hey, this customer wants to book in. So all you have to do is jump into your CRM, give them a call, book them into your calendar on the day that works for you. And you haven't done a thing. The customer has done all of the quoting. They've come through, done all their prices, got their quote, received their emails. By the way, since they're in here, since we're already talking about it, once they're in here, they go into your email marketing and they get sent all of these emails. And what are these emails? They're all drip fed to them on basic like things that you've taken off of here, and you put them in like common objections, so on and so forth. Like, hey, check out this install. Here's our 5-star reviews. What heights should I place my TV? Here's like we answer all those questions. What color should my light be? Where should I place it? Whatever. We just send them those in the emails, the same things that you get asked on the calls. And it's all automated. You literally haven't done a thing. You haven't done anything. Your customer has come through, clicked the button, submitted all the information, got sent this quote, got sent this email, decided they wanted to book in, and then they booked in with you. And all you've done is clicked on this to give them a call and got a text message. So that's pretty cool. And it can stop you from doing tens of thousands of quotes, because we all know that the major traffic that comes in all want quotes because they're all just shopping around. So you're going to have to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And out of those hundreds and hundreds, you might get 2 or 3 that actually want to book in. So this eliminates you having to do all of this. This actually eliminates you having to do anything at all.
So there it is. That's how we automate quoting and get rid of quoting forever. This is the biggest game changer for tradies. We can eliminate all of the quoting. If you would like to see this in action, click the link down below and it will take you through an auto quoting form. At the end, it will ask you for your name and your email. I recommend chucking that in, because at least that way you get to see the PDF get sent to you and you can see some of the follow-up. Plus, I'll send you just a couple of emails that will educate you on this system and teach you a little bit more about it. Not spam, I promise. It's actually valuable information, and you'll learn a lot from it. Hopefully one day you will either want to join our community and learn for yourself how to do this, or you might want to work with me in the future. So without further ado, head down, click that link, go through the auto quoting form, have a play around and see what it feels like. And just imagine this implemented in your business so that you can eliminate quoting forever. I will see you wherever you end up. Enjoy.